Hi friends, today I'm going to show you every single watercolor palette that I own. There's a lot, just a warning, but it is kind of fun to see what's in other artists' collections. I know I personally enjoy watching these type of videos, so I hope you enjoy. So to get right into it, this is my very first watercolor palette. It's a cheap palette off of Amazon. I don't even know the brand. My sister got this for me. I broke my foot in 2021, at the very end of 2021, and wanted to do something productive since I was going to be sitting for a long time and couldn't really put any weight on my foot, couldn't go out and do a lot. So my sister got me this watercolor palette, and that's how I got into it, with one of my friends' help, because she's a watercolor artist as well. So she kind of helped to guide me, and then of course lots of YouTube videos. So this was my first palette. I probably used this for the first 2 to 3 months of my watercolor journey. So this was a fun one. I should probably get rid of it, but it's kind of sentimental. I don't use it anymore. Next, I decided to get my own custom palette. So I bought the palette itself, and then I filled in all these colors with Winsor & Newton Cotman. So, this was kind of my second palette, and I just started out buying like one color at a time, and I used this quite a lot at the beginning. And then I jumped into professional paints. And this was my first professional palette. I got the Winsor & Newton professional watercolors. I still use this palette. I love this palette. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Next, so these are now not in any order because I've lost track. This is actually an empty palette I got from the Christy Rice collection, and I filled it up with Myliang, I think that's how you call it, watercolors. And I actually have another Christy Rice palette, and these are the Myliang metallics. It actually came, all of these watercolors came in a set, and I actually won these from I am part of Emma LaFave's Patreon, and I won all of these watercolors on her Patreon, and I just didn't like the palette that I came in, and got these really cool Christy Rice empty palettes and filled them up. Okay, next are I got this really cool empty palette, are my Holbein watercolors. So I have a little swatch card. I try to do a swatch card so I know what they look like, because it's kind of hard to tell, especially these dark colors, what they're gonna look like. So love a swatch card. Anyways, this is my Holbein watercolors. I got all of these from Japan, and then these I think I got from Michael's. And I think I got some individual ones and filled, but anyways, these are my Holbein, and I do use these. I just recently did a painting with these. They're fun colors with the pastels. Next is my, I think I showed this on a different video, Daniel Smith palettes. Love all these colors. I just went crazy. So that's my Daniel Smith collection. And this is embarrassing, but this is my Winsor & Newton collection. I got a bunch of watercolors when Hobby Lobby actually put those on clearance, and because they were getting rid of all of their Winsor & Newton watercolors, so I got a bunch on clearance and filled this palette. Okay, next I have this Christy Rice palette. I do love Christy Rice. These are all for watercolors. I've used it quite a bit, but as you can see, I have a lot of palettes, so I kind of go between a bunch of different ones. This palette is actually by the Mint Gardener. It's not her, like I mixed and made all of these colors, but for those who are familiar with Sarah Simon, she has these really cool workbooks, watercolor workbooks, and like there's just all of these different color recipes. I don't have all of the recipes in here. I just have the primary colors that she recommends, and then one is a mix. But anyway, so she recommends these specific colors. So this palette is specifically for her workbooks. This is a palette that I got at a well, just the empty palette I got at like a swap meet for art supplies. It was kind of cool. And anyways, these are just a bunch of the Myling watercolors that I don't use. And this is kind of like just random watercolors that I don't use. I wasn't sure where to put them. I might use them in the future. And these are some art philosophy ones that I got at the art swap. So one day I'll probably use those, but they're in that palette. This palette I made a while ago. It was a fun little travel palette. And these are My Mary Blue watercolors. Such a cute little palette. I love this, but this color spills. So I tried to dry it out as long as I could before traveling with it, but this one just didn't dry well. So I didn't have a great experience with this palette, kind of got turned off, and I don't really use it. But it's cute. Next are these handmade watercolors. They didn't come in this tin. It was just one that I had laying around. I did a swatch video on those, so you can check that out. But one of my friends got these for me on Etsy for Christmas, and this is where they currently reside. Next are my Arteza watercolors. These are iridescent watercolors, so they actually look better, in my opinion, on black watercolor paper, which is kind of fun to play with. But these are my Artezas. Okay, we still got a bunch more. Next are, these are Art Philosophy. They are skin tones. Really nice set. One of my friends got those for me as well. Another small palette. These are my Winsor & Newton travel palette. Next up is this Royal Langnickel. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, it's really cool set. Comes with a water brush. Comes with all these different colors that just slide out. This is really fun to travel with. So I liked that I was on the plane painting and used these, and they're really fun to play with. So still using those, just recently got that. This is my White Nights. I don't really use these anymore. I'm not really in love with these watercolors. I do love this color. That green is just amazing. Hate this color. Anyways, I do not like this set, this plastic set. It's really clunky. It does come with different mixing trays and then a place to put your brush, maybe a small brush or a travel brush. But I just am not in love with these colors, so except for that one. Or just the watercolor in general. I don't know. It's sticky and weird, and I heard a lot of good things about it, and I'm just not a fan. So I will probably give that away at some point. Next are my Finetech watercolors. I don't have a ton, but I do love my Finetech. I mean, look at this gold. I'm almost out. I love the gold so much. And they're very specific. Like, you kind of need this specific palette because, you know, it sticks in there, but I honestly, I think that's kind of silly. Like, it'd be nice if they just put it in a half pan or a full pan that you could put into any kind of palette, but whatever. I bought it for that purpose. Okay, you've seen these probably if you see my other videos. My palette with all of the 31 purple fish. I've swatched those and everything. Love 31 purple fish. This is a collection of my metallics. I absolutely love these. I got these for pretty cheap on Etsy. It's called the Art Theory, and I got all of these colors. There's not much in them. They're pretty thin, but I don't use metallics all the time, mainly for like Christmas. And as you can see, I use this gold a lot. I love using gold. But anyway, those are all my metallics. Still going, still got more. So this is a little tin that I got from Trader Joe's. If you like their green tea mints, that's it. Anyway, I don't use these a lot, but these are my Schminke watercolors. So it's German watercolors. I initially got these, I believe these three, for like, it came in a set that came with a brush and some bookmark paper. So anyway, I didn't like the colors that these three primaries made, so I just made it a split primary and got 3 more colors. So that is my Schminke. I love saying that, Schminke. Anyway, this is my little travel palette. I love this little palette. It is so cute. So I take this out sometimes. Next, I just recently acquired this palette. It's a Cotman Winsor Newton palette. I'm not in love with it, but you know, it's all right. Kind of like the White Nights. It has like a pop out that you can use. It comes with a little brush. The White Nights didn't. This one came with a brush, and then you get all of these Cotman watercolors. What's really annoying about this is there's this plastic, or I guess rubber piece in the back, and you're supposed to use it while you're standing up like this, you know, or I guess you would probably have it on your non-dominant hand and paint. But I like to set mine on a surface and so this doesn't fold down. So I did look and found some artists were recommending to just pull it off and use it, which, you know, that's fine. And then some were saying to just cut it down the center. But yeah, I didn't really need this palette. I was in Hawaii and I didn't bring my watercolors, and I should have, and then there just wasn't a great selection in Honolulu. So I was really disappointed. I thought I was gonna find some really fun, you know, Hawaiian watercolor. Anyway, I think that's because I've heard so much about ocean paper, but they're not even in Oahu. Anyway, I'm ranting, but you can see how hard this is to kind of put back on. So I think I'm just gonna end up cutting it. So that's that. Okay, next is my Curated watercolor set. I got this in Japan, so you can see everything's in Japanese. But it's a really nice set. So it has a mixing space. It comes with 12 watercolors. You can actually put water in here and use that as your water well. You can pull this out. I'm sure you could probably use this as mixing space as well. And then you have your water bottle. You could probably use that for mixing space. And then it comes with a brush and a pencil. You can kind of put those and these. I'm actually not sure. I put that backwards. I'm not sure what these are for. I don't know if they want you to put another pan in there. I guess a pan could fit. I'm just not sure. So if you know, let me know, because I'm not sure what that is used for. So that's my Japanese watercolor set. Next, I'm sure you've probably seen this. Everybody has these now, Art Toolkit. I love this palette, my favorite. Okay, 2 more palettes. Next up are my ceramic watercolor palettes. So the colors in here are by My Mary Blue, and the palette itself is by Pottery by Eleni. She's in Seattle, Washington. She's actually in Edmonds, and so when I purchased this, I just drove up to her house and picked it up. And she's super nice, so definitely recommend all of her products. This one's a little warped, but I had no problem purchasing that. I got it at a discount and it works perfectly fine. I love seconds. Get a little bit of a discount and they're still wonderful. Next is my Sylvan Clayworks palette. This is her skinny palette. And these are my Winsor Newton watercolors. So I like to use this one when I'm at the house. So I kind of go back and forth between these palettes and my other palette. I have so many palettes, as you can see, but you can't buy these anymore. She stopped making her watercolor palettes. So yeah, gonna take care of this and love it and cherish it. So anyway, those are all of my palettes. So thank you for staying tuned. Let me know if you have any questions about any of them. And don't forget to check the description for the supplies featured in this video. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Happy painting!